Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. We are here tonight, and tonight we are doing the Eagles. My Eagles, we are doing their season preview tonight. So let's get started with this shit. All right, the thing with the Eagles is obviously they're getting all their players back. Their left tackle, Jason Peters, coming back from a leg injury. Wentz is coming back from a leg injury. The running back, Sports, coming back from a leg injury. The linebacker, Hicks, is coming back, from an injury. Everybody's coming back from an injury. So how many of these guys, especially guys like, how many of these guys are actually going to be the same? Guys like Jason Peters, who's up there in age, and a guy like Darren Sproles, who's also up there in age. Now, so far from what I'm hearing is, Sproles is looking pretty good. He's still running pretty good. He still has that speed. He had his whole life. He does not seem to, whether it's the leg injury or the age, he does not seem to slowing down, at least to the point where it's starting to feel sorry for him. He seems like he can still play at an NFL level. Jason Peters, I have not heard a lot from him. Wentz, I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing they had to talk to him because he was doing every activity, and they're like, no, you cannot be doing all this shit. So now they only have him limited to 7-on-7s. They're not letting him do a lot of stuff because they're like, I guess he's going a little bit too hard in practice, and they told him to settle down a little bit. So as far as he says, he's good to go. He's 100%. He's good to go. But the coaching staff is telling him to slow it down a little bit. Obviously, we still have like a month to go before the season. No reason to push him back. We'll see what happens. He says he doesn't really care about the exhibition games. I'm a little bit worried though because he has not played since the 10th of December. So whenever he plays, I'm not sure whenever he's going to be able to play. Like, that's going to be like almost a year without playing football. Like, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But like I said, I don't want Foles playing too many games because I'm afraid that he might get hot and then, I already talked about it on last week, so whatever, about Foles starting off, 3-0, 5-0, and then what do you do, So I would rather just have Wentz start, than Foles. I guess if Foles wants to have to play like the first 2-3 games, fine, but no more than that, because if Foles starts going, he gets off to a 3-0, 5-0 start, it's going to be very hard to put Wentz in. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go with the schedule. All right, so first game is Atlanta. This is going to be a close game. I think this will be a close game, but I think the Eagles will find a way to pull it off in a close one. Next game, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston is suspended for grabbing a girl's ass. He's suspended for this game. They're going to have that nerd Fitzpatrick. Somebody bring him a book. Nerd glasses. We're winning that game too. Indianapolis, Andrew Luck's fantastic. Other than that, I'm not too excited. Although our former, one of our assistant coaches, Frank Reich, is their new coach, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. But I think the Eagles win that game too. Next, Tennessee. That's gonna be a very good game. That's a very good defensive team. It's going to be interesting because I don't think Dick LeBeau's there anymore. Now they did bring in Mike Vrabel, former linebacker with New England. I think the Eagles find a way, but that's going to be a tough game. Where's that game at? That's in Tennessee. That's going to be a tough game. Then we got Minnesota. I'm not too high on Minnesota, to be honest with you. First of all, I think just because Aaron Rodgers is back, they're going to lose some games. They're not going to... The defense is still very good, but I think Kirk Cousins, even though to me he is more of a better talented player than Case Keenum, he's gonna throw more interceptions. I think I'm gonna say Eagles win that game close to. Giants, that could be a loss. I don't know, but we'll see. That could be our first loss. Like I said, the key for the Giants is staying healthy. If they can stay healthy, they can do something. Carolina, that could be also. That could. I feel like Carolina may not do that good this year. They seem like they're very inconsistent. Like they put up one good year and one bad year. Last year they put up a good year. This year could be a bad year or a mediocre year. For some reason I feel like Carolina not gonna have a good season. Jacksonville in London. I am so pissed they have us flying all the way to London. Ugh. This can go either ways. I'm not sure what the time zone is because I think they're what, like 7 hours ahead? I'm not sure. That could be also a loss. I'm not too high on Jacksonville. Like I said, I think Blake Bortles sucks. Defensively, they're a very good football team. But I think we're more of a complete team. You know, our defense is not as good as theirs, but for sure our offense is better than theirs. I think I'm gonna say we win, but we may lose just because of the time thing. I don't know. Saints, that would be a loss. We have to go to the Saints' house. We're not gonna win that. We're not gonna win the Saints' house. That's just gonna be fucking too loud. Wentz will really take a big step if he can go up to the Saints' house and win. I don't think we're gonna win that game. I think the Saints are going to be like. I think they're gonna be in our way really good. A lot of teams' way. But the Saints, yeah, we're not winning that game for sure. Then the Giants, like I said, we may lose to them at New York, and then we'll get them in Philadelphia. So, okay, so we lose to them in New York the first time around. Second time around, we get them in Philadelphia. All right, next one, Washington. Alex Smith, I'm sorry. I feel like we're still going to win. Next game, Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, they're going to make us travel for the second straight year, all the way from Philadelphia to LA. I don't like that either. That might be we may have to face the best defensive line in football, or one of them at least. Dominican Sue, Aaron Donald. Oh my lord! Then that's gonna be a problem. I don't think we're winning that game either. Yeah, we're losing to LA. Then we go Houston. That's at home. We'll win that game. They'll be freezing their ass off. It's gonna be like Christmas time. They're not gonna know where to wind their watch. That's gonna be a fun matchup because they're very good friends. I think Wentz and Watson. Well, we'll see what happens there. You know, we'll see. But I think the Eagles should win. You know, late in the year, Houston playing in. You know, they're not used to that weather. And then last game, if it matters, Washington. Even though we have to go to Washington, I think we'll win it. I don't think that game's gonna matter, to be honest. But if it does, we'll win it probably. I want to see Washington like Alex Smith. How good can they be with Alex Smith? I don't know. So there you have it. I'm going to say somewhere from 11 to 12 wins. I think for sure we're losing to the Rams and Saints. I think for sure. Jacksonville could be a problem. New York Giants could be a problem at least once. Atlanta, Minnesota, and Washington. Atlanta, Minnesota, and Carolina could be a problem. We have a problem here. Like I said, I feel like those three teams, although Minnesota, Jacksonville, and Carolina are going to take a step back. I just feel it. And then as far as the Saints, New York's going to give us some problems. Washington's going to give us some problems. But I feel like I feel like we can win some games. Obviously we're going to win some games, but I feel like we can win enough games to for sure maybe not have to have that last game count. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm going to say about 11 to 12 wins. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the hell happens. All right, so that's what I'm going to say. Key for the Eagles is get everybody in training camp healthy. Alshon Jeffrey played with a tear shoulder, so he had surgery in February. So far, he's not doing anything in training camp. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. We have a lot of injuries, so I'm not sure how many people are going to be ready for the first game of the season. Other than that, I am the man that runs the place. I am as good as advertised. I am C, and I will see you later.